Hey guys, I realized, well, when you see this, it might be a different time, but for me, it's later in the evening, and today, the demons have really been, trying to win. So, I'm gonna do what I normally do when, my stress relief, if you will, is to exercise, which is both beneficial normally, but also beneficial for, my mental health and physical health, even though it is fairly difficult, to do with POTS and my other stuff, but I have found exercises that work for me. I have been building my way up for years though, so what I'm gonna be doing, maybe you don't do if you have chronic illness, consult your doctor first. I do more weights and resistance training over cardio because cardio has been too much. I have broken bones because I have brittle bones, so I tend to have fractures in my toes and my feet and my ankles and stuff when I try to jog or walk. Literally walking has broken my feet before. So yeah, if you're gonna work out with me, great. Or if you're gonna do your own thing, strap on some shoes and workout appropriate attire. And yeah, I've already did part of my warm-up. I do 10 minutes on the recumbent bike to warm up, and then I'm gonna do some additional ones. I'm gonna have these in my ear so I can listen to music that's copyright, obviously, but you guys all have something else. So today I do a variety of workouts. I like to experiment to see what, my body reacts to well. I do modify. I go off an app, but a free app, but I modify what's on there to make it suit my health better. There are certain things that I can't do as well, but I'm also really wanting to get better. Obviously there's a point with chronic illness, but I want to put on more muscle because I want to cosplay as Leon Kennedy. So yeah, we'll see if I can make that happen. But yeah, we're gonna start off. Like I said, we're gonna start off with warm-ups, which is what I should do, which is kind of hard with you right here, baby girl. I love you, but you make things good Lord, I can't say no to that face. You just burped. Okay, so we're gonna start with just rotating because warm-ups have really helped me minimize my injuries. 8, 10. And then backwards, 10, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. And then your left arm up a little. I've had surgery on the shoulder, so it's a little bit, I have to sometimes work it a little bit harder. It's crazy, I used to never do warm-ups, or at least not to this extent, and man, warm-ups really help my heart rate adjust to the workout. Walking's still very difficult for me on account of POTS walking and anything upright. Standing at this is kind of okay, but walking for some reason is the hardest thing for me to do. So now I like to just roll my wrists frontwards and backwards 10 times. And then make sure, I like to stretch them out, a nice light stretch. I know I don't have the best camera, but I'm sure you can see. If you do what you can, right? This helps prep me for push-ups especially. Once you can tell what music I'm listening to by the way that I'm grooving. And then I also like to do squats. It's about 25 squats just to really warm up. So 10 minutes biking, upper body just moving and stretching, and then squats. So you want to make sure you're going down, your knees don't come past your toes, and you're kind of sticking your rear end out, and you're making sure your core should be tight. So make sure your abs are tight when you're going down. It's helped me a lot to do that. You can even wear compression gear. My doctor didn't want me to rely on compression gear too much, because your body can actually get used to that. The warm-up is done. Make sure you have ice water or your preferred drink. I've seen people drink coffee before. That's wild while you're working out. I think part of the reason why I got into exercise the way I did was because up until I was 18, I wasn't allowed to exercise at all because of my bones were so brittle. I was pulled out of an prohibited from all forms of stuff, basically, except for walking. Even though walking is what caused my foot to break. Anyway, how am I supposed to work out, Lana? If you keep doing this, I'm warmed up now. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Yeah? Yeah? You just wanna play? Have you not had enough exercise today? Have you not had enough? Oh my goodness, no. Go on. I need you to not tear up my mat any more than you already have. Hello, Now we're gonna try to do proper push-ups. I know my angle for workout isn't ideal, but we're doing this as best we can, okay? You're gonna get in push-up position and you kind of do the best you can, right? You can start, by the way, if you can't do a full push-up, you can use your knees and just go down. And then you just kind of like almost touch your chest. That's how I started with push-ups. And then you kind of work from there. Wide arm push-ups were a good transition from there. So that's 10. Keep in mind, we're gonna be doing kind of a lot of these. We have wide arm push-ups now. Wide arm push-ups, I always think are a little bit easier. Some people find them harder. I don't have a lot of room to work with. My dog refuses to give me any more room. So I'm gonna try to move this just a little bit more. I know the camera's crooked, that sucks. I'm gonna put my hands out here for the wide arms, and then make sure they're relatively even. Get your push-up position, and then go down. If you get really good with that, you can sometimes, I don't think I can, because you'll be able to do one leg in the air, or with some people can do jumping push-ups, which is insane. Like, you could do this. I can only do maybe like a half one like that. If you know what push-up and rotations are, I'm about to show you. They call them Velcro dogs for a reason, because they don't like to leave your side. Lana, out. You have to leave, baby. It's regular push-up position for these. I forget how, I think I have to do 8. Jesus Christ, you're back in here. Here we go. And then, these are hard to do. You can't see my arm go all the way up. Lana. Good enough. So we're gonna do a minute-long plank. 60 seconds for a plank, guys. Okay. $30 seconds to go. We did it. We did a minute. These are Hindu push-ups. You tell me what those are. So we're about to see if we can do them. Kind of like an up dog position. And is that whatever, it's like, do you want to be, how's your leg, why are you a triangle? You're almost a triangle. Become a triangle, and then and then eat the ground. Oh, you're like a shovel. You're a triangle, and then you become a shovel. Oh, this is kind of hard though. Oh, scoop up the ground with your mouth, and then reset to a triangle. I don't really feel like my posture is very good for that. That's exhausting, oh my god. Eventually we'll get better at those, and then we repeat. We're going to regular push-ups now. I feel like the app says it's like, oh, it'll take you 10 minutes to do all of these exercises, it does not include warm up or cool down, but 10 minutes of these. I don't know how the hell, maybe it's the chronic illness, but like, if I don't know. It's taking me like an hour to do, guys, because breaks and stuff, right? You want us to do 12 of wide arm push-ups? Okay. I could do that. Okay, wide arm push-ups, 14. That was only 10. Can't always get enough air to do the full set in one go. Ooh, I'm struggling a bit today. Despite having a fairly good day, I'm struggling a bit as far as physical health goes. I always look back on it like this when I can do these and I like these, is because there was a point of time in my life where I couldn't walk. Well, I mean, there was a time where I wasn't allowed to exercise at all, which really affected me. And then there was a time where I couldn't walk. After my incident at 16, I had to relearn how to walk and do a lot of things by myself because my family wasn't there to help or support me. My brother was the only one who helped me, and that and the family dog. I look back on that, I'm like, I've come a long way despite coordination issues galore, but I have gotten better with the help of physical therapy and doing exercises at home. If I don't keep up with it, I do go back downhill like really, really quickly. I don't know if that's everyone's experience with POTS and chronic illness, but if I don't keep up on it, like if I go more than 2 days without any exercise, I slip right back downhill like immensely. Like it's really bad. I decondition excessively quickly. So even when I had COVID and I felt like crap, I was doing my bike for 10 minutes a day if I could. Like, because I know that the repercussions with POTS for me is a lot worse if I don't do those, even when I'm feeling really sick. I do what I can even on bad days because I don't want to get to the point where I can't walk again for like 2 months, because that was really difficult. I never found out why. When people ask you why you have brittle bones, I can't tell them that. No one ever told me why. I guess I was just born with shitty bones. One of the things I really like is, I don't really have one now, but I haven't had one in a while, but I really like having workout partners to help keep me motivated. Because like I am very motivated, but like certain exercises are hard for me. And just, I don't know, having someone else there with me is just enough to, you know, keep me going. So now we're gonna do push-up rotations again. We're gonna do, I think we're at a good level over here. We're gonna do 8, so that's 4 on each side. You're gonna assume the position. Don't let my hip drop. I think the next one we're doing is a set of planks. It is. Let's fucking go. Let's get a sip of water before we do our minute. Let's go. Let's do the plank. There's more. So we have 8 decline push-ups. Normally I would do these on a wooden chair for stability purposes with my shoes on, but I'm gonna put my feet on the couch to do decline push-ups. I don't know how it's gonna look for y'all. I'm hoping this works out. I don't want to put my shoes on here. It is squishy. Hopefully it still works because I'm not using my roller chair. That'd be a disaster. Let's see if we can do this. It's gonna be too much support. I have to move my mat forward. My feet are too far back, so I'm not, it's hitting my shins and taking pressure off my hands. Which, it sounds great, but you don't want that if you're trying to get a full decline push-ups in. Okay, let's try this again. That works better. We did it, we did it. Okay, so from here, we're gonna be starting our stretches. So we're gonna do some shoulder stretches, which is literally similar to what I was already doing. Well, I mean, it's different, but it's similar. I'm not standing for these. I'm gonna do this, because this is, if I fall, I don't have to, I'm not going far to the ground. It's weird, the things you learn to adjust to, like sitting in public if everyone is standing. Like, you know what you do to prevent from full fainting episodes? I've gotten really close over the last couple years, but like it's been a couple years since I've had like an actual spell. So where I've like passed out. It used to scare the shit out of my roommate when I would just drop from like walking into the room. But these are cobra stretches. I actually really like these even if I'm not great at them, because I can't like get my hips to the ground. I've seen some people who can, and I really want to be that one day. It's weird because there's parts of me that are super flexible and there's other parts that are not. And I was actually told by a doctor, he's like, it's because you've had so many injuries and you have so much scar tissue that you've become inflexible in areas, which explains so much. Oof, went too hard on that one. That one hurt my back. I'm just gonna stretch out my chest a bit. I forgot to hit next. You just kinda, you can do it this way if you stretch out your shoulders. You can even do that. Or you can use a doorway. I don't have a good doorway in this house, so I can't do that. And then that almost wraps up my workout. I still have my actual cool down to do now that I've got done with that. And then it's like, congratulations, you spent 8 minutes working out. It's like I spent way longer than that. My OBS tracked me at 46 minutes. That was exhausting. As I'm sure you can imagine, seeing the state of my horrendously red face. This is really nothing compared to what like certain things do. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out because they're not really working anyway. That was just some, I don't know, random workouts, and also just like how I personally handle my stress for the day with, because some days are just harder. Some days the demons really get to you, you know? I was like, exercise has been the thing that it centers me and gives me that like happy brain juice, and cleaning does, like organizing especially. I love organizing, oh my god. So I went on my cleaning frenzy and organizing frenzy today, and now I'm working out. And yeah, and then after I cool down and have a nice shower, I'm gonna have some hot tea with some honey in it and probably relax to ASMR, because that's how I feel like when I manage my stress and my bad days well. That's usually how it goes. That or like also at the end of the day, maybe some Elden Ring, which I know is like a really weird way to de-stress, but I love Dark Souls, like Souls-like games. So like, yeah, they kind of, and also because they really make you focus, because if you don't, then it's not gonna go well. You know what I mean? I just want to do this. It's just something I know I put a wild stuff at a wild pace on my channel. Like they'll be super spaced out, and then a couple drops and it'll be video games or reaction content or just live stuff. But I already have 2 other channels. I have this channel, 2 other ones. One I'm not keeping up with as much as I want to, but like I'm just wanting to make content. I'm just trying to put it somewhere. Oh, I hope you guys have a good day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Happy New Year if you're getting to this soon after, like for 2026. I'm hoping to cosplay as Leon Kennedy in May. We'll see how that goes. I don't do a lot of cosplays, but when I do, I mean, I enjoy them, but I don't expect to be built like him. I just want to have more muscle on me than what than just this. It'd be nice to be a little bit stronger also in general. Maybe put my POTS into like remission, dormancy, whatever you want to call it. It's happened once before, and I would really like that to happen again, but I don't know. I'm starting to think it's not going to happen again. But even if it doesn't, just any modicum of relief is what I'm aiming for at this point. And what better way than just to basically experiment on myself? Because, you know, at this point, you gotta test out. I'm not gonna wait another 3 years to see a specialist. Like, that's insane. I'm trying my stuff out myself, right? But yeah, bye. Midwest goodbye.